Hello, I'm late for work, but so perfect time to start real-time watercolor painting. We're working on that for later, but anyway, starting out to warm up with this. Mm. Mm. I'm going to start with number 12 brush to try to get some washes to get a more coherent smoothness. At least that's what I think I want to do. Just kind of blend all this in there. Okay. We're going to jump into the yellow palette here where we had some colors which were for the rooftops of the little French village, which was this thing that we've been working on for a long time, over 10 hours. I haven't added it up lately. I don't know what color this is. I think that one is called Rust. And there's a little eyelash or something on there. Okay, so good. I'll mix this with some white to get a creamy color. Like this one. It's looking okay. Need a more liquid on it though. A little hint of brown on there. Alright, that looks a little exaggerated, but you know, it's going to dry lighter, so let's just see what happens here. Okay, not bad. Still leaving some of that white of the paper. That looks good. I'm just going to soften this end here, and also I think I'm going to try to pull this over here a little bit. I don't know if that's good or not. I don't know what the heck this is all about down here. I think that was a, anyway, I was like my first try. I want to go darker. This is oh, what color that is. But what I'm looking for is the burnt umber that leans green, maybe that was it. Okay, that looks good, right? For, okay, I'm gonna see about this down here. Oh yeah, okay, why not, right? And maybe right here a little bit. And here I'm gonna start a thing where we have like a highlight. That looks good. And then this we want to get a little bit here. We want this to sort of disappear, not have a hard line. So that looks okay. Just we pull this down a little bit. That looks okay. And then here we're trying to establish kind of a highlight. I don't know what to do. I mean, this really should not be here. I don't know if it's going to go bye-bye. Just put the puddle there and let's see what happens. And it should be, I don't think it's really going to disappear, but we'll see if it could get lighter. Just trying to disintegrate that paint. I don't think it's disintegrating, but I'm going to leave it there for a minute. Also here I want to just to sort of blend up. That looks good. That's good. And this, we want that, get that back to a darker. So we're trying to this hairline highlight right here. All right, let's see if that could get lighter. Not really. Okay, we're gonna ignore it as a mistake and just keep painting over it. Now I'm gonna try to take that very light, this first tone here, and I want to just sort of come in here, like right there. So we got an imaginary background color, which is this. So here I did here and here, that is supposed to, you know, register to the viewer as that this is a background and that's clear glass. I don't know if it's actually happening that way. I'll try to get something right here. Looks good, and now we want to take the darker version of this color and just come down here. And I think we would want some right there, maybe right here. That looks dumb, but we gotta lay down some paint, that is for sure. I'll put a little tint right there. It is all supposed to represent, you know, a background. And this looks pretty horrible, but you know, we're kind of at a sloppy phase there, and I don't know what you call it, abstract or loose or whatever you call it, I don't know. I think it would be good to get a cool color to start coming in this way. So I don't know what to put, but to get a cool color, I guess it's good to start with a blue. Let's see what that's looking like. And I don't want this to turn green, so let's see if we can get a dark color that's a blue that doesn't turn green. That's looking okay. So here I'm mixing this thing that's like violet with the blue, and that looks pretty good. And I don't know, I'm just gonna try right here. Let's see, I hope it could look cool. Okay, now I'm just gonna sort of water it down. I want it to come forward and get lighter as it comes forward. That's not great, but you know. I couldn't say if that's a warm cooler, I mean a cool blue or a warm blue. And then down here, we have to cover this up. Trying to, there was like a line forming there. We don't really want that. Okay, yes, I'm gonna try to get that a little more of that right here. Looks horrible. Wait, maybe it'll look better later. Oh my gosh, no. All right, now I'm gonna try with a damp brush to just kind of have this whole thing kind of dissipate. Same with down here. We just want this transition to kind of be sort of disappear without a, well, it doesn't look too bad. This silliness matches that silliness. Hey, that's really cool. Thank you very much for that vote of positivity, the bracelet bunch loom. Wow, 2 thumbs up. Thanks so much for that. Okay, now we want to just drop my paper towel, but I found a new one. So here I'm just going to take some water and just kind of blend everything right here, because I don't like that white at this point. And this, yeah, normally I'd be looking for a strategic color to and just keep adding. I'm going to leave the white right there. I'm going to go down here though. Normally I would do, I don't know if I have an example of that around here. Well, here's a glass that we did on top of a photo. Normally I would have a lot of little lines, you know, little things, little areas, and it adds up to be a clear glass. But since we started this one very loose, I'm not going to try that method. This dot thing, I never liked that. To make that lighter. Okay, so that looks all right. And we're coming along. I mean, this is the angle I'm looking at this, something like, I guess about like that, because you see the bottom of the thing there, the bottom of the thing here. Anyway, that's what we're doing. Anyway, that's a big warm up. Now I'm going to say that's enough warming up. I feel in the zone, and I want to jump into this because last time we didn't even work on our little French village. We got so overtaken by this one, which is the we had the bell about like this angle here, and that was what we did. And I don't even know what to do next with that. It definitely needs more darks, but some other time, because this is the big project. Here is the little French village, and let me see if I can get this. Okay, so a photo from 1963, and that explains the weird Kodachrome look of the colors. And when we left last, we were trying to put some detail in here. We got a lot of detail in there, but there's a lot more to go. I was just hoping, this is kind of detailed, and so is this. I was hoping to get that type of detail here. This little house here, if you zoom up right there, that looks great. This looks great, you know, but over here, it like just lacks, you know, definition. So I think to start out with, I'm going to, you see in the picture, there's a lot of these yellow, I don't know, yellow ochre with a fortification of yellow areas, which aren't really represented there. So I'm going to try to get this color here is actually pretty good. It kind of leans green, but it's a fluorescent yellow that leans green. I'm going to see about just put some of that in to see if I can get some yellow that really shouts out, hey, I am yellow here. Okay, and that is a little bit too yellow, so I want to get some of this right here, which is called French ochre, and it's not enough, you know, the pros spray water on there, you know, paint to activate, but, and I did have a squirt bottle of water, but I never really did that much. So I'm getting this French ochre. Okay, and then this was my color try, and that is just right on. Isn't that like, talk about a color match? All right, I'm gonna try to add that in here. Let's try right here. Good. A little specks over here. I think we could go right here. And down here, maybe yes, or right here. Let's just try right there. And that is how this takes so long, is because, you know, a very slow pace here. And then there's one right there that could be really popping. I'm going to paint that, but blot it up, and maybe we can get that color. But it would be nice if this was a point of contrast that has a hint of that color. So blotting up whatever was there before, and maybe that's good. And then here, this whole thing would really be good if that was lighter. I'm going to take a bit of bar. This brown right here, I put it very early on as things were not really developing very well, like this third hour of this thing, and so I put a bunch of these browns in all over, just trying to, in frustration, start achieving some definition in this area. But now it's just too strong of a brown, and it's not really making sense anymore. So here I'm just painting that with water and trying to make it more subtle. I did that most, I mean, I had it up here, here, this right here, but I have been trying to reverse the trend ever since. So now we're reversing it there. It's still right there, it's still the same. And right here also, which I guess we should try to make this just slightly lighter here, at least on the top. Let's just see if we could get it a little lighter right there. Oh yes, I guess that's better. I mean, a little mystery in there is, and this should really be gone. I'd like that to be completely disappear. Let's see if we can make that okay, it's a lot lighter. And then likewise for this, which would be that roof there, let's just see if we can't get it to be a lot less, well, you know, having a giant block of one color is not really a good idea, at least not for me anyway. And that looks better. It's like right here, this used to be a giant block of color. I wonder what that little hairline is there. It looks like an imperfection of the paper. Yeah, how about that? Anyway, that's much better. I'm going to try to make it much lighter up here to get a look of dimension. All right, looks good. I've been looking at how do you paint, you know, distant trees like right there, because I don't want to be doing it. I know you like the way we did it, and let's see if we can get a cleaner line right here. But there's not a lot happening. I mean, it looks like we did it right constantly, but I don't really like the way it's going. This specific area is Alsace, France. I don't know how to pronounce that. It's like Ribeuville. And oh, an interesting footnote. I was talking to a French person, and they said that these grapes in Alsace grow under the snow, and that makes a sweet, fruity, but dry wine. And well, I just thought that was a cute idea that the grapes grow under the snow. This is right next to Germany, this township. or area. So, you know, the wine they make here, these are all vineyards out here. All these things which I captured with these tiny lines, they are vineyards, and it's a winemaking country near Germany. So, you know, a lot of those German wines are really sweet wines. So this is like right across the border. Anyway, you know what I'm going to do now, and I'm late for work, so I got to get moving, is I'm going to just get a random green that is not too tutti fruity, and like that looks pretty good. And I want to keep going with my little dots here. I don't know where it is, but I did another seascape once that had a bunch of trees, distant trees, same problem I got here, where you see these are all trees there, you know, and I'm not sure that I'm totally represented them in a great way. So but I did a very extensive bunch of trees, like several hours of these little dots, and I think I'm going to go right here, but lighter. Let me grab some yellow. That looks good. Okay, I'm going to try to go right here, because it sort of has to come up to the edge here. You don't want this big. That looks terrible. Couple right there. That looks horrible. Wait a minute, what have I done? Okay, whatever. That looks okay. Let me just get another blotch to echo this blotch, because anyway, see right here. I don't know. Could be good. Oh, it's actually kind of nice. Okay. I noticed looking at it from far that this side has a nice curve, where this side is kind of like reaching to the edge of the page. And what is that? I don't know, but and then this and this is like splatters of paint from very early on in this painting attempt. And why don't we just see if we can't match that? Sort of get balance by echoing the little dots we made over there by having some over here, just to say that well, I thought I had a bunch of thumbs up with this one. I wonder if negative thumbs came. Oh well. Gotta go to work. Thanks everybody. The little French village from the 1963 photograph, and so today we added some of the yellows in there. We're trying to, you see this stuff here, and this is fairly well detailed, but this is all underdeveloped, all these houses here, so we're trying to get a more structure and all in there. And then we also worked on the hand and glass as a warm-up, and we did not work on the little bell thing as a warm-up, because I don't know, maybe that thing is done. It just needs a little jazzy signature right there to say, hey, I'm supposed to look just like that. Anyway, metallic object is always good practice. And next time we're going to hit this clear glass, and I was using this as an example of a clear glass that we painted recently, which is quite a different style, but I think that we're going to be able to make that clear glass really pop.